get ready to be informed, engaged, and entertained as IPJ the Podcast takes you on a roller coaster ride through the dark undercurrents of our world. Welcome to the revolution of unmasked truth, brought to you by the brilliant mind and unwavering passion of IPJ's Matthew Gonzalez. Now, here's Matthew.
Welcome to another edition of IPJ the Podcast. I'm your host, Matthew Gonzalez, and this evening I'm delivering the receipts. In fact, I've not only got the receipts, I've got the confidential settlement communications with Pinhead Pinero's attorney, the settlement agreement, the checks, and the email communications between Pinhead's attorney, Neras Avalon. I brutalized that, but yeah, between that person and the City of Los Banos' attorney, William Avon. I've posted a link for you to download these documents and to follow along in the description section of this video on YouTube. Now let's get into it. First, some quick background from the confidential settlement communications. Joshua the Pinhead Pinero began working for the city as the city manager on October 4th, 2021. He was earning $195,486 with a 2.5% increase annually. But within just 1.5 short months after starting his job with the city as the city manager, Pinhead Pinero would allegedly exhibit insubordinate behavior while creating a hostile work environment, as we will discuss shortly. Pinhead Pinero's work experience only states Amazon, but at what level? Was he in management? How big was his department and budget? The people of Los Banos do not know if he was a delivery driver or head of community outreach for Amazon, just that he worked at Amazon before taking on a job that requires having run a large department and budget, and to understand the political structure embedded into the city's business. By all indications, that was not Josh. In Josh's original employment agreement, he was an at-will employee, which means the city council could fire him without any cause and at any time. And they lawfully did so on June 15th, 2022, by a vote of 3-2 to terminate Josh's employment. With only Lambert, the guy who can't pay his own mortgage or business tax, and Brett Jones voting in Josh's favor. If you have never been involved in a lawsuit, attorneys send letters alleging violations of law, citing case law to back up alleged claims and damages, and a good city attorney knows to place it on closed-door calendar for discussion. The city council always votes to not accept these types of demands, and it goes to the city's litigation insurance attorneys to deal with it. That's how the city protects you, the taxpayer, from people launching bogus claims to try to enrich themselves on your behalf. Let's look at the timeline of what occurred and some of the alleged case law to support Pinhead's claims. Many times, attorneys will cite case law meant to scare the recipient of the letter, but have no factual basis in the claims being made. The first unredacted statement comes on the second page of the letter, which claims someone was frustrated with Pinhead for not giving in to his political whims. Who is his? Who is the guy that would not, that Pinhead apparently would not give in to their political whims? It doesn't state because it's redacted. Well, we can only speculate that this must have either been the mayor or someone else who was elected, as they had political intentions according to Pinhead Pinero. But that's it. No dates about when or what actually occurred. It's all been redacted from the public record. Why? Then we read that in November of 2021, Pinhead Pinero was told to terminate someone's employment. And rather than following a direct order from his supervisor, he decided not to do as he was told and apparently did not fire the employee, believing he knew better than his own supervisor. This behavior should have been considered insubordinate and a verbal warning issued by the city. Also, city employees are at-will employees, and the city does not need to give a reason for their termination. So already we have Pinhead after about a month and a half on the job, overriding direct orders from his supervisor. In that same paragraph, we read that no action was brought against, and that's it. Who? Who was no action brought against? Pinero? The person who was supposed to be fired by Pinero? Who? The attorney's statements go on to claim the next incident occurred on January 31st, 2022. Pinhead Pinero allegedly reported, and this part is redacted, behavior to the city attorney and to the mayor. Now, this is a very important statement, and one that deserves a question to the city attorney. Was he, the city attorney, directly involved in negotiating a legal matter in which he could either be a witness or a litigant to? If so, does that not mean that the city attorney had no legal authority to act on the city's behalf by engaging in these negotiations to which he was either a witness or a litigant to? Also, why hadn't Josh done anything about the alleged illegal behavior, like filing a lawsuit at the time? Why did he wait till he was fired over 5 months later? And what was the redacted behavior? Was it illegal, sexual, threatening behavior? Was it on-the-job drug abuse or drug sales? It's important for the public to know the details, especially if a public employee is involved and or may be a witness to these matters. There was also a comment on Facebook that Josh was allegedly fired for drug use from Amazon. There is no way to confirm this, but there's also a mention of continued drug use in his employment agreement, which is odd. Why would they include such language? Was there drug abuse at City Hall by city employees? Without the city being more transparent, no one really knows, and speculation spreads like wildfire. Now let's look at the cited case law the attorney for Pinhead used to back up their claims, which scared the Los Banos city attorney, Mr. Vaughn, William Vaughn, and scared Mayor Yanez into just handing over $2 million. The first is California Labor Code Section 1102.5. Labor Code section prohibits employers from retaliating against whistleblowing employees who inform the government or police about the employer breaking the law. So we can deduce from this case citation that Pinhead Pinero told the city attorney and the then mayor, I believe it was Frias or something like that the employer was breaking the law. That's what it says in this one. In code section, California Labor Code section 1102.5 LC, the labor code, prohibits employers from retaliating against whistleblowing employees who inform the government or police about the employer breaking the law. So apparently Josh Pinhead Pinero informed the city attorney that they or the city or somebody there was breaking the law. And the city attorney, instead of recusing himself, because he apparently is labeled as one of the two who did nothing, instead of recusing himself, he went on to negotiate a almost $2 million deal to pay Pinero to shut up and go away. Also, employers face fines of up to $10,000 for each retaliation, not $1.8 million. Now, this would have to have stemmed from Josh allegedly informing the city attorney and mayor of illegal behavior. So it clarifies the type of behavior we were talking about. So what was the illegal behavior that Pinhead reported and the city attorney and the mayor ignored? We don't know, because the city attorney worked diligently to give Josh whatever he wanted as quickly as he could. And the emails that are there show that is the fact. So what did the city attorney not want you, the Los Banos public, to know that was allegedly taking place within city government? And does not these new revelations show that the city attorney needs to be fired for covering up illegal activity? Pinhead Pinero goes on to claim that he pushes for transparency, yet he never went to the police department, the district attorney. If you recall the Los Banos School Board corruption that was uncovered back in 2015, the corrupt attorney Dominic Velasco allegedly went to the DA and wore a wire for him, but not Pinhead. Instead, he waited till he was fired, then hired an attorney to write a letter to scare the city attorney and the mayor, and still never went to law enforcement about the alleged illegal activity. What was so illegal about this activity that it would force the city attorney to pay almost $2 million? I mean, there has to be some serious, is there sex exploitation going on in City Hall there? Are there sex trafficking? Are they trafficking little children in the basement, like the pizza shop? I mean, come on. You paid him almost $2 million to shut up about illegal, actually breaking the law, things that were literally breaking the law in the employment in City Hall there. And the other cases of law cited in the letter basically leads to close proximity to what the whistleblower claims and retaliation. It's really just a lot of other little frivolous nonsense. The biggest thing, though, is that Josh claims that the employer was breaking the law. And the employer, being the city attorney and the mayor, Yanez, thought that that they could not defend you, the city. If they could not defend you, then obviously there was criminal activity taking place at City Hall. So was there, sex trafficking? Is there a drug ring going on at City Hall that Pinero found out about? What is going on? What would be so egregious that the city attorney and Marianas would agree to pay $2 million to go away, almost $2 million to go away? And all of that led to an email trail that is pretty much the Los Banos city attorney, William Vaughn, saying, how far would you like the city to bend over so Josh Pinero can stick it to the taxpayers for the mistakes or the illegal activity that the mayor and I covered up for? According to one email from Pinhead's attorney, Pinhead wanted $3.6 million of your taxpayer dollars. And why? Because he was lawfully fired and decided to bring up something he did not pursue as justification for the taxpayers to pay him. $1.8 million. And this is the $1.6 million check he got from the city. There really is a lot here that shows some sort of criminal activity is or has been going on in Los Banos city government. The then mayor and the city attorney ignored the illegal activity and are alleged to have participated in the illegal activity. So what was so bad that the city attorney, the mayor, Brett Jones, and Kenneth Lambert would force you, the taxpayers, to pay $1.6 million for them? Well, it must be pretty bad because most wrongful termination cases are lost at trial. Only about 5 to 25% ever win, with most settling before trial. And not for $1 billion or more, but for $250,000 or less. So why did the city attorney again and Mayor Yanez want to hand over nearly $2 million to Joshua the Pinhead Pinero? And why did they give him a pay raise and increase his annual raise from 2.5% to 4% a year? Why? So much you, the public in Los Banos, California, are not being told. And so you continue to vote for the same people who are literally screwing up your government. Will you step up or will you continue to stand down? The time is now. Find candidates to replace those who have shown they have no business doing your business within the city of Los Banos' government. Now, on to a brief update of Brent Kuhn. You know, Your new finance director, you pay $26,000 a month to every month, plus his traveling expenses because he doesn't actually live in your city and commutes from Orange County, California, about like 300 and something miles away. This guy is handling your city finances. Now, get this. In 2011, Brett Kuhn was announced during a special session as a new consultant for the city of Huntington Park, California. And the employees there have not so fond memories of him, including that time they were arrested in 2021, allegedly over some things that were being done with the city's finances, and they found out about it. A call was placed to O'Shea Orchid, who stated Brett Kuhn was one of the people who covered up the financial discrepancies that led to some employees downloading information to prove illegal activity was taking place. But she and others were arrested, only to be released later for their attempts to stop an inside robbery of the taxpayers' monies. Though we've tried to clarify the information with her, she has since gone dark. We've tried to clarify more of the information in regards to whether it was Brett Kuhn directly involved. Again, like I said, she has gone dark, and we're hoping to get back in touch with her to get more information. And yes, old Brett Kuhn was the consultant. I attempted to ask Brett Kuhn questions about his background, his unregistered company, and the allegations out of Huntington Park, California, only to have him quickly exit City Hall. Again, all of these links to the documents and more can be found in the description portion of this video. And as always, thank you for watching. It is truly a moment for the residents of Los Banos to look deeper into the collusion between the city attorney, Brett Jones, Mayor Yanez, and their friend Joshua the Pinhead Pinero. The agreement the city entered into with Josh is unenforceable because the city attorney was involved in the allegations and is a witness and or litigant and cannot negotiate such a deal. But I can tell you all this till I'm blue in the face. It's truly up to you to bring integrity and transparency back to Los Banos city government. The city has been its victim and paid for its past mistakes and continues to do so by people with corrupt intentions. But today is a new dawn. The young are of voting age, and they are not so easily fooled by the good old boy ways of doing business. I hope you've enjoyed this show. Again, please give us a like, subscribe. We really appreciate it. And as always, here at IPJ the podcast, it is your voice, so use it.